SIP. Joined in studio this morning by Johnson County Judge Executive Mark McKenzie. Good morning, Judge.
Good morning, Adam. How are you, sir?
Pretty good on this Wednesday.
Good to see you. We'll jump right in, Adam. We want to talk about things that are happening in the community, and we want to certainly refer folks to your all's Facebook page for all the events that are happening in our community. Also, take a look at the Johnson County Community Economic Development Facebook page. Look at the Chamber page. Look at the tourism page. Go anywhere you want. Any of those platforms for social media and find lots of things happening, obviously, in our community, the haunted happenings and all the other things that are going on. So please take a look at that. But, Adam, I really want to push again this morning the fact that we are in the midst of updating our community strategic plan, and it's so important to our community. We did it back in 2020, and it really gave us a good roadmap and good feedback from 1,500 plus people in this community that said, here's what's important to me, and here's what I'd like for our community to be working on, collectively. And so it was really a great tool for us, and we constantly refer to that plan from 2020. And we also use that plan for our funding for grant applications as well, because your folks who fund, who are providing funding to your community, it's important for them to see you got a plan. Yeah. And you have ideas and things of where you want to go, where you want to be as a community. So it's a great tool in so many ways. We're updating that right now for 2025. We received a partial grant to help fund this, but what we need is we need the community's input on this. And so we've tried to make it as easy as we possibly can for you to fill out the survey. Probably get 10 minutes probably we'll complete this survey. It's a very simple survey. It's available online at all those social media platforms I just mentioned a moment ago. It's available there. There's a QR code. You can obviously snap that QR code to take you straight to the survey. And again, 10 minutes of your time, but it means a lot in this process. And if you should not want to do the QR code, contact us. We'll give you a paper copy. Nothing wrong with that. I'm still a paper guy in a lot of ways too. So we'll get you a paper copy. You can call our office at 789-2550, and we'll make sure we get that to you. And then here's our flyer that we have, Adam, that shows obviously the strategic plan. And we have a public meeting next Tuesday night, the 21st at 6 o'clock at the Country Music Highway Museum. This will be our second one. We're required to do the public meetings, but not only required, they're good. They're good meetings. I mean, it's a good opportunity for open input about the plan. So we want to encourage folks to join us for the public meeting, but also make sure you're completing that survey. So thanks, Adam. We appreciate your help there. And Tom Salyer's with us this morning to talk about retired teachers, but we were just talking about the survey a minute ago and how many different ways we can get that out to folks. So Tom, we have a big community of retired teachers in Johnson County that we sometimes don't always think about.
Well, there's approximately 400 retired teachers here in Johnson County, so that's a great big number here. And across the state, there's over 38,000 retired teachers here in the state of Kentucky.
Wow! And
we still, retired teachers still do a lot of things for the community. There's still a lot of them are substituting. They're involved in various organizations and clubs and things across our community. So we're still making an impact as retired teachers here in the state and the county.
Yeah, and you mentioned there's two things I think, at least two we want to focus on briefly this morning is there's some changes I think that you obviously want to share about some of the retired teacher benefit program, but then the second thing after that, we want to talk about just what the economic impact is from retired teachers. So we'll let you start with the updates there.
Well, one of the biggest updates, especially for retired teachers, beginning in January, we are switching our insurance plan, our Medicaid plan. In the past, it has been United Healthcare, and this coming year it'll be Humana Healthcare. Every 3 years, we do a request for proposal to get the best options out there and the best possible benefits we can for all our retired teachers. So we put that on our Facebook page. We've emailed that information out. The state has emailed letters and things out to all retired teachers, so we just want to remind everyone about that. And locally here on Thursday, November 6th, Humana will be here at the Ramada Inn at 10 a.m. to conduct a meeting and answer questions and things that you have going forward. And we're just excited about them being in our community. And we also invite Johnson County teachers, but teachers in our big Sandy area district here. So, again, we invite them to come in and be a part of that with us and answer any questions they may have going forward.
Yeah, well, we'll certainly, hopefully, folks are listening and watching this program, Tom, to help get that message out so that folks can be sure they're aware of that. So we also talk about, obviously, the impact. We've got 400 retired teachers in our county, Adam. And Tom, you're right. They're active in the community in so many ways with organizations, civic organizations still involved in the school systems. I mean, really bringing value, continue to bring value even after they've retired.
They're involved in our local Rotary in Kiwanis. Many of them are Sunday school teachers and things out here in the community in our various churches. So, as I said earlier, some of them are still doing substitute teaching and things. So we're excited about the opportunity we still have to contribute to our various aspects of our community.
Yeah, and when you think about that, those folks, we want them to still be a part of this community. And again, it goes to our whole goal of trying to make Paintsville Johnson County a community to live, work, and raise your family, and also a place where you can retire and enjoy your retirement years as well. But also with 400 folks who are receiving retirement benefits, they're also economically impacting our community with what they spend in our community.
They are. You'd be surprised. 400 people are spending over $17 million coming to Johnson County.
Wow.
So each year. So that is just a huge economic impact for our local grocery stores and various things here in our community. And again, across the state, each month we pay out $218 million, $17.4 million medical benefits. 90% of our retirement here stays in the state of Kentucky across all of it. And 87% of our retirees still live in the state of Kentucky. And for a total last year, it would be $2.3 billion for the economy here in the state of Kentucky. And just in the Big Sandy region here, it's over $95 million. That's just a huge economic impact across our community.
It absolutely is. And Adam's heard me say this before on some of our programs when we talk about spending locally. Every dollar that is spent locally, about 62 cents out of that dollar stays in this community. And so, Tom just shared with us there's $17 million worth of economic impact in our community. And if a lot of that can be spent in this community, it's a big impact.
It is.
Yeah.
And again, across our Big Sandy region, which is Pike, Floyd, McGoffin, Lawrence, Johnson, and Martin County, it's over $95 million.
Yeah.
So that's just a huge economic impact, our Big Sandy community.
And we know we're getting some of that as well because we're really a regional destination for folks for retail and for other services.
We are.
So, but Adam, we just wanted to, Tom, we signed a proclamation yesterday recognizing Teacher Retirement Week and the value they bring to our community, and we thought we'd follow up today and kind of get the message out about some of the changes that are happening within their organization and the impact they make in our community. Tom, anything else you want to share about the Kentucky retired teachers?
No, not this time. We just, again, encourage all our teachers that are retired to be out there to be a part of our community, answer our survey and those things so we can, do better for our community as we go forward and have a vision for what's going on here in our, not only Johnson County, but the Big Sandy district here.
Yeah, we appreciate all that you all do, and thanks for your time this morning to help us remind folks about the impact that you all have made in your careers and then making in your post-career and your retirement years. We appreciate it very much.
Yeah.
Adam?
I got something I think we could tie in. I was listening to Scott this morning, and he has this calendar of holidays not found on an ordinary calendar. Every day is National Something Day.
Yeah.
Today is actually, I didn't know this, but today is actually National Support Your Local Chamber of Commerce Day.
Really?
And this goes hand in hand in what you're talking about with keeping dollars locally, and I think you even mentioned the chamber with social media earlier on. But, I think every day is a good day to, and I think, would you agree the best way to support your local chamber is to shop local and keep your dollars local?
100%. Our little slogan that we use all the time, small business is big business, and our community is made up primarily of small business, especially if you go by SBA, Small Business Administration standards, which says that anything under 500 employees is considered small business. That's really who we are.
It's big business here, isn't it?
It's big business here, and we need to support it, absolutely, on every level.
All right.
Thank you, Adam.
Well, no problem. Good to see you. Good to see you, Tom. And you guys have a good rest of your week, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, sir.
It's 98.9 WSIP.
Good morning. It's time for the WSIP